Good morning, everyone, or good evening, depending on where you're logging into for today. We are going to be talking about the North Sector in October for Feng Shui and Flying Star. If you are new to me, good morning, or welcome, I should say, would be a better, less timestamp on that. My name is Kathleen Zemansky. I'm a business Feng Shui master, business astrologer, and the creator of the TimeBlazr business management system. And I'm really very excited to be here with you today because I have been really over the past 20 years in this industry. I have really seen so many shifts and changes, and obviously we've never seen shifts and changes probably in our lifetime unless you're that 100 centenarian person. I would say that this is something that's really taking us for a real check into the purpose of what we're doing, why we're doing it, and things like that. I can tell you that going into 2021, I wish I had this great big brushstroke and say, oh, you know what? We did all of our work, and we kind of woke up to, we have to change our ways, but the cycle has happened. Let me tell you just very briefly about a client that I had years ago that really kind of took this information very superficially. And what I mean by that is when I was asking her to shift some things in the space so her life would be easier, better, and she was already going through a pretty tumultuous time, and her words were, "That's not really convenient." Well, I can tell you within 6 months everything collapsed for her because she didn't heed the very simple advice of getting out of harm's way. We know that Feng Shui, astrology, timing, even this universal force this higher intelligence, we know for a fact that things are going to shift. And when they do, you need to be able to be really almost ahead of that shift. If you wait for things to already start the avalanche, you're not going to stop it. So the quicker that you can get in and start really making these big adjustments that will help you to be in the great space of the year, you're going to fare this out much better than others who completely ignore it or don't know about it. So that would be my first request to you. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. If you like what you hear, please like. And then please leave a comment. Tell me what is going on in your life and how I might help you. And this really is the best channel to communicate that with me. Okay? So go ahead and leave your comments, and then I can comment that back to you. Okay? All right. So let's jump into our presentation for today. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the Northeast sector, but I would be amiss to not tell you this is my business model right here: person, space, time, and then the outer ring of being universe. And what that is really entailing is that we've got this is the perfect world that we have right now. So I'm not going to go too much into the cosmic Trinity. I do that at the top of every month. So let's just go on to what you need to do to actually implement and utilize this system. First of all, everything I do 100% is personalized to each and every client and you, my listeners, right now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is download your astrology chart, and you just need to go to freebusinessastrology.com. That is in a link that is listed below. And really what you're going to find out about this now, I really talk about business, and this is something that obviously everybody is concerned about. Do you still have a job to go back to? Is your business going to survive? So we're really starting to see this divide between the people who have a lot of money and the people who don't have, and they're really just like on, just kind of holding on with their fingernails, if you will. And I want to help you shift that. Okay, so really what you need to you're going to need to think about is your astrology chart as a blueprint for your business. Now, there's so many things in in an astrology chart that you can look for. You can look for, relationships and obviously your health. I really actually, when I'm doing a business astrology session for my private clients, I actually look at that, because if I see some things that are going to have a dip in their business due to health concerns, I want them to know. Why? Because it's preventative. So you're going to find out some things about your chart that way, okay? All right, now the next thing that we're going to talk about is actually the space. So let's just go right to the space, and we are going to be talking about the northeast sector. The only sector that I haven't talked about this month yet is the east. So in the northwest sector, what we have is a number 1, and the 1 is about mentors. If you need helpful people, if you need people to help you, and let's face it, we all need people to help us, right? We need clients, we need friends, we need family, we need our service providers, we need all of the things that make all of this work on this screen, right? So we need to have all of those things work, which means we all need help, right? No one is a successful person is a soul island that has no one surrounding them. No one. So we really need to start looking at our lives in a very different way forevermore, or until maybe 100 years from now when another big shift like this happens. Actually, 180 years from now when a big shift like this happens. So we are really on the cusp of this change, and I really want you to start thinking about how you can prepare yourself for a better outcome. I hate to tell you this, not great news, but 2021, just look at the science part of it, it's not going to be great. When you look at it astrologically, it's not going to be great. When you look at the economics, financially, it's not going to be great. We also predict this from an astrological perspective. I talk a lot about this at my annual event, and I hope you're able to attend it this year, because this year being when I'm talking about the metal ox, which is in January, which is still the metal rat year. But let's just talk about how you can prepare yourself now. Let's talk about now, because you don't want to wait until next year. You need to start getting your vibration, especially if you are new to me or you don't really understand how Feng Shui can help you. But here's the thing I want you to understand. Feng Shui is there to help you achieve your goals. You need to set the right goals based on your energy, and then that is the way that you're going to succeed. If you think that you're going to go back to the way that your potential past successes have worked for you, you may have to put on a different kind of mindset cap. So hopefully we can help you with that as well. All right, so the Northeast is about your mentors, and that's on a yearly basis. Let's look at my monthly chart that I have created for you, which is getting kind of full right now because we're almost through the month here. And what I want you to look at is this northeast sector. The first thing I want you to understand, the right hand number, in this case the 1, in all of the other boxes, this is the annual number. The number 3 here is the monthly number. Why am I asking you to make these big changes each and every month? We are in a critical time, you guys. We have to use different tools than we've ever used before. So I have been doing this ongoing for such a long time, and I just felt like I can give this as a helping hand to you. So really what I'm asking you to do, you need to first have an accurate floor plan. So you can get that through your property management. If you own your own property, then you're going to want to think about maybe looking in your closing docs or go to your county or wherever they keep your building records. You have to have an accurate floor plan. If you can't get that, you can have them designed by someone while we're still open, but we're going to be going pretty much on a global shutdown again is how we're seeing it. But we, as in from the astrological world, and if you listen to any valid scientific projections, you're hearing probably the same thing as well. Okay, so you can also take out some sort of tape measure and start measuring it out yourself. There's electronics, apps, and things like that you can use. I can't really recommend one because I haven't had much luck with that, because I have my guy, but he's here local, so it's not going to really help you that much. So you need to have an accurate floor plan. Then you need to take a compass reading. You can get my free compass dials. The link is below at freecompassdial.com, and then there's a little cheat sheet in there to tell you how to take that compass reading. But I also have a video on YouTube. Just Google under my name, Kathleen Zemansky, and how to take a compass reading. Okay. All right. So we got that. Now we need to superimpose this information over your floor plan, because you're going to see how that is going to line up with your floor plan in the dial. Okay. All right. So then the next thing I want you to know about this grid, in the way that I'm interpreting it for you, is the blue icons are positive, the red icons are challenging or negative, however you want to use that particular message. And then you're going to see boxes like in the northeast and the southeast that are going to have pure kind of good energy, and then the south does too this month, but I need you to use that with caution. Listen to that video if you want to know more about using the south. We got a very small window to use the south, and so when you can use it, use it. And then we also have mixed energy, where you can see that in the southwest and west and northwest, and then pretty challenging energy in the center palace in the north. So let's talk about the story. When you put these two numbers together, a 3 and a 1, it creates a story. And really that's the key. If you like the story and it's relevant to what you want to bring about in your life, go take your body and put it in the northeast or the southeast and avoid the challenging energy. That's as simple as that. We can absolutely, if you were working with me one-on-one, sure, we're going to start giving you, Feng Shui activations on a good day and good time. But on this level, and you're just listening to me for one little short video, the only thing I can safely tell you to do is go into that area. When you go into that area, you are actually starting to increase your own vibration, and that is key. When your levels of vibration are high, you are going to be more effective, more productive, more focused. You have much more of a attraction, if you will, to attract the right clients to you, and other things as well, obviously. But this is where you can make that big shift. So I want you to start thinking about, where can I go? And this is a little esoteric term here, chase the dragon. We're going to chase that energy to where it's absolutely optimal so that we can capitalize on it, right? So this is really tough times, and so that's why it's not so much micromanaging. If we were micromanaging, I'd tell you to be moving something around every single day. I'm not going to go that far, but these monthly energies are really going to help you, and I really want you to take to heart how much this can and it's as simple as, like I said, put your body in the positive, get away from the negative. So some of you might go, well, look, I only have one room that I've leased for my office or something like that. Well, then use the compass and put it over the one room, and then just look at where you need to go in that particular room. That is a perfectly acceptable thing to do. And a lot of people tell me, oh, you know what, everything is fixed, like this particular, and this is not my main office, but I chose this position for the year. You're going to see me move into a different location next year. But what I want to let you know is, just because if you have a phone, if you have a tablet, laptop, just go take your laptop and look and move over there. And even if it's just for a few hours a day, it's better than nothing, right? So let's get your vibration up and strong so that you can serve the clients that you want to serve, right? When you're healthy and strong, people want to be working with you. All right, so let's look back. Let me just take you back to that slide just so you can kind of watch that a little bit, and I'll come back here on camera in just a sec. But when we're looking at the combination of 3 and a 1 located in the Northeast, it's really, I hope you're going to find this as a welcome sense of relief. So if you felt tied down or if you're blocked in some way, this is a great sector because it's going to give you the freedom to choose a new path. So keep focused on that new direction that you want to be going in. So if you need to like pivot or change, it's like, okay, I'm going to go there and kind of figure out where that new path is going to be. I realize for some of you, and my heart goes out to you, because you know what? This is not my first rodeo. I would have to say that my empathy goes out to anyone who has ever lost a home, a job, a position. It's all happened to me in my lifetime. So I get what you're going for. But this was a way that I got myself back onto my feet, was really starting to follow a little bit more closely how these energies can affect me in an impactful way. And hopefully a positive, impactful way if you're setting this up correctly, right? All right. So again, use the sector if you're, searching for that new path, but just stay focused on this new direction and do things in a methodical way. It's not like, oh, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore, and I'm just going to do that. If you don't have a plan, that's going to fall apart quicker than ever. So really go there for the respite that you need and rejuvenation, if you will. But really, let's have a methodical way that you're going to go about this, and then doors are going to open in the form of new opportunities for you. So, if you need help for this, ask for it. People will seem more willing to help you. Why? Because you're in that vibration and it's starting to go, hey, I need some help here. I need some help here. But not from a place of desperation, from a place of, hey, I've got this great idea. Can you help me with this? That's how I want you to start to look for this. Now, this is also a very good one to help you find capital, or if you need a line of credit, which would be a really smart thing to do this year if you can obtain that. But either way, start getting your reserves in order, because we do have some tough times still ahead. And I just want to be honest with you. I'm not trying to get you upset in any way, but I do want you to understand that we do have still a little bit of a rough period that's going to be happening over these next, I'm even going to say a couple years, where we're going to we're changing so much that's happening because of this astrological shift that happened at the beginning of February 4th of this year of 2020, when we went into the rat. We've got these big shifts that you can't ignore anymore. You might have been able to put your head under the covers for like everyone did. No one really, even though I did talk about this at my annual event about, super viruses and things like that, I don't think anyone predicted that it was going to be coming down this bad, this hard for so long. But now that it's here, just like I talked about the avalanche, it's here. Now we have to deal with the fallout of it. And the fallout is going to take a while to get back on top. So that's why if you do your part of getting yourself on top, that's where you're going to get the most benefit from this. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is I want to show you the dial for the flying star, and we're looking at, like I said, the northeast sector, where we have mentors. And here's what it looks like over a floor plan. So in this particular case, it is located over here in this person's office. So if I was this person, boy, oh boy, I would really make the most use of that office space this particular month, because they actually can raise capital, get people to, supporters, get more clients, get more investors, those kinds of things. That's how you use this particular sector. Okay. All right. Now the next dial, because I'm going to be sending you 2 dials if you want to use both of them, and I highly recommend that you do. As you can see from this dial, this is the annual Feng Shui dial, and just the real easy way to look at this is I've color coded things, and maybe it's because that's what my sensibility is. Things pop out to me when they're in color. So if you're a visual person, my collateral will be easier to follow. So really what I want you to do is go for the green, avoid the red. Wherever you see red, I want you to just take a step back and go, why is it red and what do I need to do? If it's green, green means go. Okay. Well, there's two areas for certain that we have green means go. One is the northeast and then one is the west. I've talked about all of the other sectors so far with the exception of the east. But if you see red anywhere, either inside or outside that dial, then we need to take some caution. If it is all green, like the northeast and the west, that means you can use it. So this is where I really love using the different layers of Feng Shui, Flying Star, then my Universal Gateway, which is the more spiritual universal side, that downloading that universal intelligence. We're going to be talking more about that at my annual event. But for you right now, you can get these two dials. When you can put one layer that's positive and put another layer that's positive, I'm telling you, this is where you can really start making things happen. So if you have one layer that's sort of and this layer's getting positive, it helps boost up that other that is a little unstable, but you still need to take caution with that. But when we have a double positive, boom, this is where we go, okay, this is a month, I'm going to put my body over there and really start using it. So like I said, just take an hour a day and go sit in that area, and that would be great. If you have an ox in your chart, that would actually be even better for you because you're actually depicted in the astrology of the year as being a positive animal as well as a positive direction. So that's why it's important for you to know, astrologically, do you even connect with the year? Now it goes much more than that, and I do a full day event, and it's so much information. I'm actually doing 2 days this year. But when you start understanding, oh, this piece connects, my astrology connects, the space connects, the timing connects, that's when you can have the synergy of making things happen for you. When you start thinking about metaphysics and how it can help you in that perspective, it takes it from woo-woo to practical. That's what I'm here for, because I'm telling you, I'm a very kind of straight and narrow kind of person. I am the furthest thing from woo-woo. I hope you have seen that over the time that you've been either watching even today or the 20 years that you've been following me, that I really want to get you results, and this is how I think I can get them for you. All right, so now let's look at the same floor plan over the space. And so again, look, here's that second layer that's saying, wow, this person, and they even have a door that they can be going in and out of. That's one of the things that I want you to know about Feng Shui, is if you have a door or window where you can let that energy in. Why? Because the Feng Shui energy always starts on the exterior of your building. And then what can you capture and bring in? This person, lucky, they have got that over the door of their office, their home office. Okay. And in a very short time, like in about 3.5 months from time of recording, that's going to change. So when the energy is good, use it. They're going to have to make some shifts next year, obviously, because the energy is going to shift from a positive into a potential negative. Pretty certain it's going to be shifting up, but I don't want to talk too much about the future because we need to work on this now. Okay. All right. So there we go. Now I want you to look at, this is where we can look at that doubling up, if you will, of the energy, where you see this green dial that is in sort of it has the words and the numbers. That's the annual Flying Star. Now the monthly isn't on there. You're going to have to do that yourself. And then we have the annual Feng Shui. So the Feng Shui is definitely about mentors and helping you dissolve obstacles, make some sales, and all of that. So it's a really good sector. So the biggest difference, the one goes over the entire of the north east, and the Feng Shui piece of it is only over where you see that green piece right there. Okay. All right. So again, if you would like to get these dials, just go to freecompassdial.com. They're absolutely free. You can do that. I want to let you know in just a very short time, I'm going to be recording TimeBlazr Tuesday to help you map out your week. And this is using favorable times, using your personal energy. And I'm going to be doing that in a few minutes. So if you want to grab your TimeBlazr right now, go to free30timetrial.com. And no credit card is required at this time. So it really is important from a TimeBlazr perspective. If you're launching anything, a product, program, service, a website, you're an author and you're going to be publishing a book, you spend so much time creating all of this great content and collateral. Why don't you launch it on a good day and time? That's based on your energy. So that's coming up very soon. And then I did want to let you know about also, on my LinkedIn or Facebook, you can also head over there to look at just a daily post just to see what's going on. Now, I have an important, this is free. It is, I want you to experience what it would be like to literally use the TimeBlazr. So what we're going to be doing this Friday, the 23rd, I'm going to be taking 2 hours of a really vibrant 4-hour time slot on the TimeBlazr, and it's called a remove day. So when you remove things that no longer serve you, and that could be anything from real paper clutter to digital clutter to even emotional things. When you get rid of those things that no longer serve you, you open up to new opportunities. So I want you to feel that, firsthand what that would be like. And so what you need to do if you would like to join us on that, go to bit.ly/power hours 1023. So you need to register for that to get to be able to do that. We're going to be doing this together, so it's going to be a collective. I need you to find a 2-hour project. That's it. No more. We're not cleaning your entire space. We're just finding one thing. And what I would do if I were you is I would clean out. Let me just go back to this one particular dial here. If I were you, what I would be doing is I would be working on the Northeast or the West, but mostly the Northeast this month, is to see what you can clear out in that particular area, because this is where the most positive is going to be. And what you'd be doing is kind of a Feng Shui activation, if you will, because you're moving energy, right? You're taking something and moving it out of your space, so it opens up your space for new opportunities, but it's also helping the vibration of your space. So hope you can join for that. It's absolutely free. And you want to get some nice food for yourself, because it's going to be straddling kind of a power lunch hour, if you will, a 2-hour lunch hour. If you're in California, if you're other parts of the world, don't worry about it. You'll just get that 2 hours as well. But have some fresh water, have some cleansing foods, because this is a remove day, so we don't want to clog up our systems either, right? So get ready for that, so you're vibrant and you really can get through that particular time, if you will. All right, now I've talked extensively about what's happening for the year of the rat, but we do need to prepare for the year of the metal ox, and it's going to be challenging, you guys. So January 16th and 17th, 2021, it's going to be live stream 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard each and every day. And you need to just go to bit.ly/metal ox. So when you do that, you can get the extra early bird tickets that are on sale now, and then prices are going to go up as we move closer to the event. So right now is your best opportunity to save a little money, but yet still get that high level of content that it's going to help you get through 2021. It's going to be based on your animals in your chart, the 5 elements that are in your chart. It's going to be based on the feng shui of your space, and we're going to talk about, well, kind of like what we're talking about today, but on out an annual so you can set it up for the year and then do your adjustments along the way during the year. So we're going to talk about the Feng Shui, the Flying Star, and the Universal Gateway. So we're adding this universal intelligence of, I'm going to call it spiritual universal, not religious. It's really just tapping into universal intelligence in your space. Amazing. We'll talk about TimeBlazr, and then we'll talk about also Universal Gateway for you to manifest based on your energy and all this comprehensive information. This is where we're going to set your annual goals. So I'm really excited about that. So if you can join us, please grab your tickets as soon as you can so you can save a little money up front as well. All right. So that's all that I have for you today. We're going to finish up our final sector tomorrow, which is in the East. Again, we got a little bit of challenging news there, but it's been challenging throughout the year. But there is going to be a little bit of shift going into 2021. So some of the areas, like I said, we're going to be shifting into a new cycle and vibration. So there is a bit of setup. So that's why I'm helping you now to get your vibration strong as it can. So when we shift into that new energy, you're already going to go into it coming out like a rock star. So, or whatever star you want to be, right? Okay. All right, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for following and joining. And please remember to hit that like button, the bell to get notifications from us, subscribe, and please share our content. Many blessings to you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Or actually in a few minutes if you're going to join me for TimeBlazr Tuesday. See you soon.